Hey everybody. Uh, Everyone, just wanted to show you guys my basement. It's been a while since I've shown pictures of it slash video, and we just got a camera, so I'm kind of playing around with it. So I thought it'd be a good time to give everyone a tour. So it's in the process of getting cleaned back up now from the 2 years or so where I haven't done much with it. So it's still a little messy, but we're working on getting it straightened back up. Now that the boys are older, they can be down here more and play with things. And so we're getting Leo's Legos down here so he can use his and then some of mine and just other stuff. So we're gonna start with the basement door is behind me here. And then from here, I'm going to flip to the other mode and pan around so I won't be in frame. So 1 second. Alright, so I've got this wicked awesome Star Wars Battlefront display that my awesome friend hooked me up with at GameStop. And from there I've just got like random lanyards from cons and conventions. And then like the start of like some art that I've got put up. Mad props to the original actor who played Spartacus.
Excuse me, Daddy.
And
I'm sorry to interrupt that. I want to show the people what his guns get to.
Yeah, we'll get there in a minute, bud.
Okay.
I used to use this desk a little bit for school, so it's pretty ransacked right now. I got a mic set up down here. I was trying to do a podcast at one point, and hopefully get back around to doing something with that again. More action figures. Here, let me, instead of stepping closer, practice with the zoom. So just, you know, cheap Power of the Force stuff. Nothing special, but they just kind of pan around here on the top and zoom out. I got some HeroClix I used to play. These are the ones I saved. See if it'll autofocus a little bit better on them. But step back here. That is a crate of stuff from my old bedroom. That's a lot of video game boxes that needs put up. There's our movies and some comic books that we got. Come back up here. We've got more sealed action figures. Mostly Stargate and some X-Men. Then we come over here, and here is my game table. This is where we do most of the gaming. If we're down here now, it's pretty covered right now. Leo's got a Shockwave, old school Shockwave in his hand, or Shackwave as he's known apparently. Because he is a Radio Shack version, because at one point in time, Transformers / Hasbro lost the license to that name and figure, and Radio Shack picked it up back when they were kind of a bigger deal. I was just going through comics at the current time. Got a lot of them out that I have not read, so yeah. I've got the reading cut out for me. I've got all the issues of Poe Dameron, so after I read them, if anyone's looking for Poe Dameron comics, hit me up. And if you see Mikey right now and he says hi, behind him we've got, well, we've got some HeroScape, we've got some Talisman, we've got Magic Gathering cards, comic books, Marvel Legendary, X-Wing, Star Wars the card game, World of Warcraft core set, which I really liked that miniatures game. It did not take off too well, but it was really cool combat system, and the pieces were awesome, and they were straight out of the game World of Warcraft, so they looked really cool. I've got some Pirates of the Spanish Main. It was a ship game that you could build there. Come back around here. Oh, Warcraft displays. I used to work at GameStop, and I used to get like some sweet standees from there. This is where Leo's Lego table is going to be. Hopefully he gets it set up down here, and it's going to be a lot nicer than having it stuff on carpet. And I've got my arsenal of Nerf weapons. Mostly, I don't even remember what year. I got a bunch from one year. I was kind of heavy into collecting them and just realistically couldn't keep up with it, and kind of glad I didn't because they just come out so often. But I mostly just pick up old school ones if I see them here and there now. And we also got old Hasbro Star Wars blasters. I always grab those.
And old Spider-Man stuff. Like these.
Down here I've got like a toys that needs sorted and organized and put up on shelves. Leo is grabbing random things off the shelves just to show in front of the camera because he likes to do that. He is playing with some Megazords that I have extra. And then we start getting things that are a little bit more organized, but they're still kind of ransacked at the moment. I've got a lot of Star Wars books that are not canon anymore, so I haven't really read them even though they're good. This was my attempt at Star Wars Funko Pops, and I realized that I could not keep up with them even if it was just from The Force Awakens, so that kind of fell off. And now we get into the Pokemon section. Got a lot of Pokemon stuffed animals.
And a lot of Pokemon toys.
And I used to find them quite a lot at Goodwill and places. If anyone sees something that they want from this Pokemon area,
and these are the ones
shoot me an offer.
And these are the ones you could put on your pet packs.
Yeah, those were from Burger King back in the day, but I'm not as tied to them as I once was, so yeah.
And these are the dinosaurs.
If you guys want Pokemon stuffed animals, let me know. Alright, so here we go. Jurassic Park, Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3 dinosaurs. I need a big diorama table for all these to be set up at, because
a big dinosaur one.
There's just a lot of them. I've almost got all the Rexes, but they get expensive.
The dinosaurs can go.
I used to play Star Wars miniatures, and I got rid of a lot of them, but I saved them because the pieces are awesome.
You got
Down here, we've got some G.I. Joe vehicles, and more stuff up here. Helmets and masks. I've got a lot of these Clone Trooper helmets, courtesy of Goodwill, once again. Alright, we're still going over. This was my more organized area at one time, and it's like Star Wars Micro Machines and Action Fleet stuff.
And he found some of these, and he got these Power Rangers.
So most of this Star Wars stuff is from my childhood, pending a few things here and there.
You got the broken wire force flying.
And it's just a random on the bottom. Now we get into the majority of what I have set up, and that's Power Rangers.
You got Transformers over here. Over here.
Lots of Power Rangers.
And you got Transformers over here.
Lots of Zords.
You got here
It
to turn to
is
the egg.
hard to get everything the way I want it. Now we get some Transformers.
And you got the T-Rex to turn to an egg. Even there's lots and lots and lots of Transformers.
And then one of the next biggest areas, which is the turtles.
There's the turtles.
Lots of turtle stuff. Lots of turtle
You
stuff.
got these. There's the turtles. What are these?
Surprise, right? That I would have a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff.
What are these?
I really need like some cases that are glass just to keep dust off of things, because a lot of the stuff is just getting dust and debris on them from just being in the basement, and just not what I would like. Alright, so before we go in that corner, I'm going to finish this area here. Opposite of those walls, I've got my Spider-Man, and let's see if this auto adjusts the light. There we go. Lots of just different Spider-Man. Like before the whole Marvel Cinematic universe happened, it was a lot harder to find stuff. So you kind of just picked it up when you did, because you didn't know if you were gonna see it again. But now there's so much Marvel stuff that comes out that I don't buy it at all anymore unless it's stuff from the 90s. I've got some Thor Legendary Figs and Groot. Here's some Mighty Max. Some of you might remember Mighty Max. He was the quote-unquote boy version of Polly Pocket. I got some Peter Pan and Star Trek